Hello, hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about relative risk. What is the relative risk? So, relative risk we can define is the probability of disease among exposed individuals divided by the probability of disease among the unexposed. So the relative risk, mathematically we can say probability of disease among exposed group divided by probability of disease among unexposed group. So mathematically, considering 2 cross 2 tables, as we have discussed also in odds ratio, A divided by A plus C, B divided by B plus D. So relative risk, if we are getting the value relative risk equal to 1, so it implies that rates are equal, probability of disease is same whether an individual is exposed or unexposed to the risk factor. And if we are getting less than one value, and so it says it's a protective factors, and if a relative risk getting value greater than 1, so we can say it's a risk factor. And useful as a measure of association, relative risk is very much useful as a measure of association in epidemiological studies, where the aim is to identify risk factors for the disease. For example, as we have exposed and unexposed group and disease among exposed, how many are suffering with the disease, among unexposed, how many are suffering with the disease. So this total number of n persons is given. So we can, other way we can define incidence of disease among exposed. So A divided by A plus C. Incidence of disease among non-exposed, B divided by B plus D. And so we can, other way we can define relative risk is incidence of disease among exposed group divided by incidence of disease among unexposed group. So otherwise mathematically we can say relative risk equal to A divided by A plus C, B divided by B plus D. One important point, relative risk is also known as risk ratio. So relative risk and risk ratio both are almost both are same. So this is the important point about the relative risk we need to understand, and we can define it. So simple definition about the relative risk, we can say incidence of disease among exposed group divided by incidence of disease among unexposed group. Thank you.